delay. Y'all know how we do around here, Georgia time. What's going on, everybody? Appreciate y'all for coming in. See a few of y'all already in here. Um, Gonna let us see if we get a few more in here. Speak to a few of y'all. How, gal? There you go, man. Already. We ain't even got started yet. You're already dropping them things on there. I appreciate you, man. Mike's Chaotic Gardening. What's going on? Cash Flow. Let's see who else we got in here. How, gal? Made by Tammy Sherrill. Y'all start that thing off by, y'all already know. Oh yeah, we got the 26,000 reactions on the last live. So y'all redeem yourselves. So y'all know what this is, right? Garlic time. And I wanted to do something a little different because every year we sell out of these things. This year I grew a little more than normal, and next year I'm probably going to grow even that much more. The secret to it is the corms, people. So if you have the corms from your elephant garlic, you drop those in same time that you drop in your garlic, you're going to get 3 times as much in 2 years. So it's a long-term investment. But here I am, been growing the garlic now, going on my 4th year, and I want to say 250 bulbs, 250 bulbs, multiply that times 4. That's how many garlic, that's how much garlic we have this year. So what I wanted to do was offer it to you guys first. So before we get into all of that, we're gonna do a little chatting it up, and I got something else that I want to show you guys. And I said I wasn't gonna show it till I actually put everything in motion, but y'all know I can't hold water. So back here, we're gonna touch on this just for a heartbeat, and then we're gonna come back off of it. But I want to show y'all something that I've been working on. Y'all see this right here? Yes, sir. Custom built for you guys. This is 60 square inches of growing space. Not only is it 60 square inches of growing space, but we got these 6-foot growing containers that we're gonna have that goes on the top of this. Now I'm kind of rushing today. I shouldn't have showed the thing today because y'all know I like to have things in order when I'm out here trying to show you guys, so you don't have to imagine what it looks like. But imagine this, and I'm gonna try to do this without destroying something. Something like that. If y'all see that. Can't put it up there now because I'm still putting it together. Oh. But what we have, I just want you to see the design on this thing. And like I said, I'm not finished putting it together. I'm gonna turn this camera around so you can see it better. I'm not finished putting it together, but I'm very proud of this. No more of them little flimsy corners that we've been getting on those raised beds. Look at that beautiful symmetry there. Beautifully designed. Now we got the also the bead that goes on here. So I got out here today and went to playing around with it. We got several different colors. We got the beige, the green, gray, beige, green, and gray. But I just want you to really look at the corners on this thing. None of that flimsy stuff. See that? None of that flimsy. All of that beds falling in on you. You don't need any wires going across it. This thing is self-stable. This is something that was designed just for you guys, with you guys in mind. It is huge. Now, it was inspired by my hexagon bed over there on the other side. If you know, guys know the one that I built off of the wood, and I'll go over here and I'll show you guys that one. and show you what the inspiration was. This was the inspiration for that. So like I was telling you, we're going to be having a lot of the things that we've been growing out here in the garden. We're going to have it in the growingoutthebox.com website. So this is what inspired that particular design there. So we're going official with it. It's easy to be shipped. We can move it across, unlimited supply. We're even going to have these things here, the little short beds, so you can kind of dress them up, give you plenty of growing space. But going back out here, you can see I've been out here just kind of putting things together. This is another one here. This is a smaller one, a little different design, but this is the mother of all mothers here. I'm loving this design here. This thing here is super strong. So at Garden Essentials, speaking to Mike's K Gardening. So I'm just turning this camera back around, chop it up a little bit more. Just sit up here. So we're gonna sit in a little different spot today. Go over here. You know, I'm always trying to get a nice little scene for you so you can kind of capture the ambience of what the garden is while we chat. Let's see what we got here. See, I put my figs in the little planter right here. So I'm gonna let this down just a little bit. But we're gonna let a few people get in here before we really get into it. But what I wanted to do before anything, you guys let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Listening while working, made by Tammy Sherrill, says she's listening while working. Alfreda McClare, what's up? G Mama Grows, what's up, G Mama? Rachel Smith, what's going on? What's going on? Southwest Florida here. Hear you good. All right. So, boom. Most of y'all in here probably already know what this is. G Mama says she can hear us good. G Mama, I don't know what you're gonna be able to do with these, so this might not even make sense to you. But let me put out my little paper cutter. Let's see what we can come up with. But this is what our elephant garlic looks like when it comes to you. Being a little box like this here, 5 by 5 by 7. It's all naturally grown right here, growing out the box. And what we're doing now, if somebody can put the website up, Tam, if you could put the website up. I know you say you're working, but if you could put the website up, and not only the website, if you can probably put the link to the garlic on there. I want to make sure that everybody that comes into this live tonight has opportunity to get some of this elephant garlic. Because what's happened in the past is by the time y'all figure out the elephant garlic is available, it's already sold out. Now this year we grew a little bit more, but comes in a little paper bag. I got it stuffed in there. I just wanted to show you guys how the elephant garlic comes. A lot of y'all already done purchased the elephant garlic, and then comes in the little sleeves. Now a lot of them too are gonna be in the green sleeves because I ran out of the white ones. So we're gonna get the green sleeves, and I'm gonna open this up just to let you see. And they're assorted. It's 1 pound bags. And you can go over to the website. The baby there. So I'm gonna try to keep at least 1 bulb in each pack, but they'll break up because they're already cured, so they'll be ready for planting. Now the key to this is gypsum. I've been telling you guys that I've been using gypsum around here. And I really wasn't telling you guys about how I was growing the elephant garlic altogether because I was mixing gypsum into the soil. And of course, that's calcium sulfate. And that calcium loves it. The garlic loves it. Sulfur, of course, garlic loves it. So this is pretty much what your cloves are looking like, big knuckle sizes. Now my harvest isn't as big as it used to be because I did a little something different this year, tried some things. So the cloves are not as large as they have been in the past, but I'm gonna try to mix it up to make sure that you get a mix of it. And of course, you're gonna get corms after this as well. This is what the garlic looks like. This is one clove now, one clove. And they come in little bags like this. So I am offering the garlic to you guys before anyone else even knows it's live online. And I just turned the listing on right before I came out here. So that's one of the reasons why I was a little delayed. I turned the listing on before I came out here to make sure that you guys got first dibs at the elephant garlic. Anybody who wanted it. If you don't, that's fine. You know, I'm not mad at you. But the elephant garlic has been a staple in the garden for the past few years, and it's become actually a bumper crop for me. So where I do not sell my blueberries, these are for sale. They got little cute little net bags, little garbanzo bags that I sell them in. So that's what it is, 1 pound. You go over to growingoutthebox.com and they are over at growingoutthebox.com. Again, like I say, I have them wrapped in this little plastic, this little paper bag here. It's gonna come in a 4 by 7 by 7. 2 pounds of fit in here, but I just went with a larger package to make sure that you guys get it there safe and sound, and this is what it'll look like when it arrives to you. So let's go down here and check out some of the chat. Let's see, made by Tammy Sherrill put the website up. G Mama put the website up. Thank you. Mike's Chaotic Garden says, paper and a box, go to the bottom, news beds. Oh yeah, everything recyclable. That's what's up. Miss Busybody, what's going on? Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. We're just over here giving you guys an dibs up on the elephant garlic this year, because every year I always get some of my best neighbors, and I always say my favorite neighbors. Some of my favorite neighbors always tell me they always go to the website and the garlic is sold out. So those who are here supporting tonight, you get an advantage. If you are in the live tonight, you get to purchase the elephant garlic before anybody else. So it is available on growingoutthebox.com right now, and I see my moderators are putting it in the room. Our elephant, I'm looking at this banana over here that's doing extremely well right now. And Mike's Chaotic Gardening, I don't know if Nikki's in here, OCD is chick. But you guys should be getting your Venticojo banana plants. They should be delivered tomorrow. I was watching the tracking on them. So I was trying to see how well they do traveling. So let me know when it gets to you how they look when they get to you. So we want to make sure that the temperatures that we're having right now is not going to, affect them in a negative way during the travel. So Ergoro, I'm trying to say this right. With the elephant garlic, do you need to refrigerate it a few weeks prior to planting? With the refrigerator, soft neck garlics down in the South Florida, I have to refrigerate it. No, you do not have to refrigerate them. But these are hard necks. So down in South Florida, I don't know how well they're going to do for you in South Florida, because the winter, they absolutely have to have some chill hours in order for them to really produce a large bulb. You can grow them, but the bulbs won't get very large if you don't have them. Dr. Sev Money Talks, what's going on? Thank you for coming in. This is one of my neighbors, Dr. Sev. Yeah, and I'm hoping one of my other neighbors pop up in here. One of my neighbors, because Dr. Sev is not too far from me. Um, TYD says, just ordered mine, Zone 8B, South Carolina. All right, so that's what's up. So we're not doing the TikTok thing, but I don't know, man. This kind of cool being able to offer them to your staunch, neighbors, your favorite neighbors, before anybody else is able to get them. I think that's a little added plus for just hanging out with me on these little times out here in the garden. It's kind of cloudy today, but perfect out here because it's not too hot. Let me see down there, get down here and read. Joan McNair says, hello, growing out the box. Enjoy you be doing, she say, enjoy you be doing too much. Man, let me tell you, if y'all hadn't been over to the website, you probably already know the t-shirts are up. The you be doing too much t-shirts are up there. I was so hoping that I would have that on tonight, but ripping and running, wasn't able to get the little thing going. But we have the you be doing too much t-shirts. And when I do this right here, I mean that. You be doing too much t-shirts. They're available at growingoutthebox.com. We got the female blouses, we got the male hoodies, we got the whole nine. So you be doing too much t-shirts are available on growingoutthebox.com. Um, Do Not 23 Stewart says, thank you, neighbor. Uh, I ordered two, half to eat and half to plant. You are very inspiring. Thank you. And out of all things, that's what I would rather be. I don't consider myself a teacher by no way, shape, or form. I do not qualify. But if I can inspire or encourage, then my goal has been set. My blessing has been delivered. So I appreciate you guys. Like I said, I just wanted to make sure that you guys, the ones who come in and really support, had an opportunity to get some of this elephant garlic that's grown right out here in my garden. You guys have seen me plant it. You've seen me water it. You've seen me fertilize it. Now you'll be able to get a piece of this and take it back to your space and let it grow. That's what we're talking about. I appreciate you guys. If y'all weren't aware, my moderators, the Vente Cojo bananas, that's the fastest fruiting banana in the world, I want to say. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. For one of you banana guys in here or banana ladies in here, the Vente Cojo, the fastest fruiting banana in the world. G Mama, the OCD is Chick, Mike's Chaotic Gardening, Cash Flow, and How Gal says he good. He don't need no banana plants right now because he don't have a greenhouse. So D D Drummond, do you cut them back? Do I cut the elephant garlic back? And answer that and let me know that. Are you asking, do I cut the elephant garlic back? Let's see here. I hate this thing because it shows the name in dark colors. Magic. I'm gonna just say Magic. I just looked at the website the other day and saw it was sold out. I thought I missed out. I'm so glad I caught the live. Just placed my order. Ooh, ooh, that's what I'm talking about. And this is what this is all about. You know what I mean? You guys support me. We support each other. We share information back and forth. And with that, I'm able to offer you guys a lot of the things that, I'm growing around here. We got a seed packet that's coming as well, which has the seeds to our hashiko onions. It has the seeds to And this is limited supplies now. It has the seeds to our black cherry tomatoes. And just in case y'all didn't know, I had to fight with Godzilla this week. Godzilla was out of control. And I had to go in there and cut her back. She didn't like that. So we don't know how Godzilla is going to handle it. Miss Linda, the New Orleans gardener, did I see somebody say the queen has entered the building? Come on now, make yourself known. We ain't doing the bushes today. Come on out them bushes, Miss Linda. Oh, there you go. All right, growing out the box. Hey, man. Miss Linda, you got one of these on the way. So a whole box, so you can do how you do over there, because I know you had a nice little harvest on the last ones I sent you, but you got one on the way over there. You know, you get the courtesy check. So it's good with me. All you got to do is just do the little thing where you write it in the air. That's your signature right there. Just put it on there and we're going to send it to you. So this is on the way. But I'm really excited, man. There's a lot going on behind the scene, and just having you guys here with me and sharing this whole growth spurt of what's happening with growingoutthebox.com, man, it's amazing. And when you see some of the product that we're bringing in, y'all are going to be proud of yourselves, because this is not possible without you guys. And I'm going to go back over here real quick and show, for some of those who are just coming in, our new raised beds that we just got in today. And I was so excited. Y'all know I'm just like a big old kid. I've been out here all day. Just look at these babies. Now, you could put a body in this thing and nobody would know what's there. So yeah, this some grocery. You can grow some groceries in this thing. I want y'all to really look at it. I didn't even finish putting it together all the way. Y'all can see all my missing screws right here. I just wanted to have it out here so I can show you guys tonight. And this is what the corners look like. This is one of the gray ones we got. So we got gray, tan, and cream, I think. Yeah, this is the cream. We got the gray, and then there's a tan. Crafted Leo, what's going on? Thank you for coming in. But look at the quality of this corner. Now, I don't know if there's another company out there that's carrying these like this, but my people over in, my suppliers, they got it, man. They put this thing together, and I am loving it. When you put something on paper and it comes back exactly how you saw it, you can't ask for much more than that. And I just want you guys to really look at the seams on this thing. Like, it doesn't have those corners like the traditional raised beds have. This is one piece right here, all solid piece pressed. So you're not gonna have to have like wires and stuff hanging across it to keep it from bowing. Look at that metal. You see how strong that metal is? And I didn't even put the bead on it. It comes with the bead as well, the black bead. And if you guys want to buy the bead as well, if you got a raised bed that needs some protection on it, the raised bed protectors, we have those on growingoutthebox.com. This is not available yet, so you guys are getting a sneak peek at this before anybody else, but this is the first of our Growing Out the Box series. This is the first. I want you guys to look at it. And what we're trying to do is do something that nobody else has. We're trying to grow in systems that nobody else has. Now, this is what goes on top of that. This whole piece right here goes on top of that. So you're talking about you're gonna have a 6-foot tent that goes on top of this whole thing here. And it comes with a net. So you'll have netting. The netting has a zipper on both sides. And then you'll have the greenhouse cover. So we're gonna have these in for fall. So you guys will be able to grow all your collards in here and you won't have any issues. Miss Linda, I got you. Miss Linda, I got you. That's the New Orleans garden. I got you. This, you're gonna have you a nice little set, this set, and you're gonna be able to grow those greens inside, and you ain't gonna have to worry about nothing touching those greens from here on out. Now, it's gonna take a little bit to fill this baby up, and I'm gonna show y'all the secret to filling this thing up. And what I do when I'm filling these things up, I dig the soil out. And this is something that I hadn't really talked about. This is something that I haven't really talked about a lot with you guys on how I do my raised beds. But let me go over here to my office. Y'all know I have to go to my office. Miss Linda, what we got right here? What they say, racks on racks on racks. In a pot, baby. Hold up. This is in a pot. We got a banana to fruit in Georgia's own A in a pot. Yes, it is. Now, if she can hold these leaves, she's got, I think it was, well, 10 if you count the flag leaf. If you count the flag leaf, she's got 10. Ideally, you want 12 leaves on here, but I can live with 10. The only thing is we got to make sure we take care of this baby. So we've been watering her every day, making sure she gets at least a gallon of water every day. And this is one of my Vente cohos right here. She's coming up really nice. Look how beautiful she is. This is the fastest fruiting banana in the world, to the best of my knowledge. That's what I'm gonna say about that. And she's got pups already. You see that? She has got pups already. Got 3 pups down. Well, look like, was it 3? Yeah, she's got 2 pups. Something like that. My Jeffroin ain't all together. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this rack. This is beautiful to me. And what I've been feeding her, that Mexican sunflower. That Mexican sunflower is a beast. Those FPJs, that's what got this. I mean, I don't know anything else that I've done different to make that thing fruit in a pot. That's really what we have to take into consideration. This thing fruited in a pot. Look at this. This is, I've had a couple of real banana growers asking me like, okay, what did you do to get this thing to fruit? Some real banana growers to get it to fruit in this, not just a pot, but this ain't even a big pot. Look how little this thing is. And she's got 4 pups. She's got 4 pups and still fruited. 4 big pups. This is a grown man here. He need a job. Him, his sister, the baby sister, and then the little bitty one with that's the baby kid back there in the back. But yeah, they got to go to work. But the thing is, I can't remove them until after she drops that rack. I can't remove them because it'll send her into shock. So that's a learning experience on my part. I tell you the truth, I didn't expect for it to fruit. So this is some brand new to me. So don't make me tell you like I know what I was doing. I remember what I did, and it was an experiment. So I can translate to you what I did to get this to fruit. Not to say that I knew what I was doing, but I can tell you what I did. And then maybe we can do some process of elimination to come up with a sound idea on why it actually fruited. But this is the key here, what I think it is. I've been foliar feeding the bottom of the leaves, that sunflower, that Mexican sunflower. Not the top. You're not gonna get anything in there with the top. It's gonna bead off at the top. You have to foliar feed from the bottom. This is what a stomata is on the banana. She's gonna take those nutrients up from the bottom. And this is biological stimulants that we're talking about. So this is something I've never done to this plant before, and she responded. Now I'm gonna take you guys over here and I'm gonna let y'all see the fight that I had with Godzilla. Godzilla ain't doing so good. I don't think she gonna make it. And it was something that I had to do because she was growing out of control. So I tried to redirect her, and I don't think it's working out. I think I really messed her up pretty good. So let me go over here and open this up. And then I'm gonna come down to the chat in a second, but I just wanted to show you guys before it gets dark out here on what I did with Godzilla in our little wrestling match that we had. Yeah, Godzilla is struggling right now. Y'all see her down there? And what I tried to do is redirect her because she was literally taking over the cage. I mean, that this was way out here and continuing to grow. So I had to try and redirect it. And she got some new leaves coming up. I think she's gonna survive, but I think it really stunted her, and I had to remove a lot of the leaves on the bottom. I had to prune out a lot of the leaves on the bottom. So she's gonna recover. But the plus side to that is, look at what's happening over here. She's starting to take off. This is Mike's Chaotic Gardening right here. And let me show you something. When I tell you guys this squash cage is a beast, look who's trying to get in. Can y'all see that right there? Let me see who can see that right there. Can anybody tell me what that is right there? That's what this cage looks like early in the morning. The bumblebees are all over it because they're trying to get to those flowers. Now, y'all remember this one here? So I can at least say what it is that I'm doing is not just because of that plant. That is what I'm putting on these plants. This is official. This is just a yellow squash. Look how huge this thing is. This is just a yellow squash. We've been getting squash off of her every other day as well. So we'll be coming out hand pollinating on her as well. But look how beautiful she is. And y'all seen her since we put her in. Y'all remember when she was just a baby coming up? We don't have to worry about the vine borer. And Mike, this you, Mike. This your baby right here. Yep, that candy roaster. Look at that. Looking like an almost banana. Yes, sir. That candy roaster coming in, and we got another baby coming in up top. Let's see if I can swing around here so you can see her. Y'all see right there? You got another one coming in. And then we have this one here. Good and pollinated. That's courtesy of Mike's Chaotic Gardening, so I appreciate you, man, for dropping those seeds on. Miss Linda, I let you down because your mashed potato squash, I think Godzilla stepped on her and she couldn't breathe back there, so she didn't make it. But we're not finished with it because I planted some seeds the other day, and I'm gonna grow it that mashed potato squash going into the fall. So I'm gonna grow it in the second half. But this is your other candy roaster right here, Mike. So that one's finally come out. Now that Godzilla is not being so greedy and not taking up all the food over here, now this one can get a little food. And then we're gonna take this one, since the squash bugs and the vine borer are starting to die down, we're gonna take these candy roasters and we're gonna put them on our trellis over there after we take off of our other squash over there. So we are doing amazing out here. And then I gotta show y'all the babies also. Hold on. I gotta keep this thing closed up because they be at this cage. Squash bugs, everything be over here all over this cage trying to get in. And I had a little scratch that I had did on the corner right here, so I had to come out here and put my Martha Stewart skills together, and I sewed in a patch to cover that in. So I got a little Martha Stewart skills as well. Perfect little zero patch. But that's the squash cage. Look at these beautiful babies here. Yes, sir. That's those black cherries. They are coming in, keeping those leaf-footed nymphs are showing up too, because they love these things. Yep, leaf-footed nymphs are showing up on them. But like we're starting to get a little rain. Thought the rain was gonna hold off on us. Now, I want y'all to see something. Y'all see right here? Okay, he just flew off. When I come out here in the morning, they're usually those leaf-footed nymphs all over this thing, the squash bugs. They're all over this thing. They can't, man, they trying to get to this thing, and if they can, they will. So far, we have been doing superb. Ah, now look here. I'm gonna tell you, this is where I'm telling you diligence. Y'all see this? This is laying on this screen right here, and look at what these babies done did. Laid some squash eggs right here on the thing. This is why we got to get it off of there, because they are all over this cage. They're trying to get in there. So I'm glad I came and looked on this end, and I got my little butter cutter right here, and all I do is just go over there and just scrape them right off. Matter of fact, since we out here, I might as well show you how I do that. Let's set this up so you guys can see me, and then we're gonna come back over there to the chat in a second. Yeah, so now y'all see just how diligent those squash bugs are. No matter how you do it, they're gonna try to get at it. So I'm gonna put this up here to where you guys can actually see me remove that. So keep your eye right here. See it right there? Those are squash eggs, right? Squash bug eggs right there. So because these leaves are laying up on this netting right here, those suckers done got in there and laid right on that. So I'm gonna go back in there. That's just a part of our little experiment in seeing what we're doing right and what we could do a little different. So what I do is I just take my hand, take my little knife, and then we just scrape them off. See, we do that without tearing up the leaf. Yep, squash bug eggs. So that's what we have to be looking out for. Make sure we don't have anything else over here. Like I said, every morning I come out here. Is that something right there? Yes. Look at that suckers. These things are, man, they serious. Got that one off. So this is something that I gotta start watching out for. Ah, look at that. These things are all over here. Let me show you again. See right here? Got some more right there. Like I said, I should have been looking out for this anyway. Oh yeah, and then they got it like right along with the pattern of they're right along the pattern of the netting. So we'll come back and get those. We're gonna chat it up a little bit. So this is something I definitely got to start watching out for. Beautiful here. Like I said, most of everybody else is shutting down, going in for the summer. Let's see here. Look at the babies there. Beautiful. Yep. Go over here. Beautiful color. Those peppers coming off. Yep. Got the beans going in already too. Y'all don't let me forget to get those squash eggs off. But the beans are just going insane. Yes. Look at that dark, rich color. They ain't used to getting no love because usually I let them live without without any nitrogen on them. But I've been putting the FPJs on them. So you see, we got beans down here. And even though these are navy beans, you want to dry them. You can eat these just like green beans in the early stages. She's got flowers and all over. Look how beautiful these plants are though. The higher the Brix levels, the less pest pressure. So this is something that I've tested out over here because I've been putting the FPJs on these and not on the ones on the other side, and the ones on the other side have been eaten up. And then on the bottom here, we got sweet potatoes growing in the same bed with our beans. Sweet potatoes going down, the beans are going up. The beans don't require any nitrogen, and the sweet potatoes don't require any nitrogen. So come over here and just chop it up a little bit. Sit down in my office. Holler at you guys. I was hoping that rain was gonna hold off. It looked like that rain trying to come in on us. But we're gonna thug it out. Let's see here. We're gonna thug it out. Gotta get my Tinkerbells in the picture. Let's see, my Tinkerbells. All right. Cash flow say everything looks nice. Appreciate your cash flow. What's up, David Cora with the crops? How gal? There you go, man. There you go. How gal? Since you didn't want the venti coho, you want me to send you a box of those garlic over there? I could send you a box of those garlic if you want. You done paid for them anyway for all these super chats you giving me. So I appreciate you, man. Just having fun. Hey, I like a man that throw around money, have fun. I love that. Break it off. So I appreciate you, man. I really do. Oh, he said he already bought a box. So should I just do a refund on you? Just do a refund on you so you can and just send you the box anyway? Let me know. I appreciate you. Mike said he needs some rain. Do I see Devora in here? I see David Cora with the crops speaking to Devora. So let me go over here and get my my elephant garlic. And I can talk to you guys and walk off at the same time. I just want to, for those who are just coming in the room and wondering what we're talking about with the elephant garlic, I just want to be able to share this with you guys and offer for the first time before anybody else has opportunity to get them to our favorite neighbors. That's what we got here. This is what they come in. You can see the little raindrops coming in. We're going to thug it out. Because that's how we do over here. Growing out the box. You be doing too much, man. So, let me see here. Top chats. Let's see if we... Okay, I don't know what just happened, but now the chat is doing. How Gal says, nah, give it to someone else. Maybe you can come up with an idea. I appreciate that, man. That's good. That's what's up. Blessing the others. That's what I like. Going on veggie farming. Thank you. She said, what's up? Hello, growing out the box and chat. Veggie farming always has some of this this garlic over there. I'm sure she kept some this year because veggie farming. If you guys have not seen Veggie Farm's garden, veggie farming, go over there and check her out. If you like what I'm doing over here, you're going to love what she's doing over there. She has a beautiful garden. And Amazing. What's going on, Let's see who else is in here. Devora Backyard Oasis. She said, yes, sir, I'm here. Already placed my order. Yeah, looks like a lot of you guys did. Because in the past, like I said, my biggest thing was they sold out so fast. I was trying to keep enough to be able to replant, but also offer some to the community. But this year I had some off in the back area to where I could plant them and not really take up too much of the garden space with them. We harvested them out, got them all cured, they boxed up, and I'll just show you how they'll come to you. So we got them in a little paper sack. Everything, just throw it in the compost pile when you're finished with it. The garbanzo bags, you can find something to do with them. And then they got the little cute little garbanzo bags, 1 pound each is what they are on the website. So yeah, David Corey says, yes, Veggie Farming has a great garden. She has a beautiful garden. What's going on, Dave Busby? Says, growing out the box, I'm in late. I'm not late. I've been here checking you out, brother. Okay, I appreciate you, Dave. Yeah, I always appreciate seeing you in here, man. The Akinator says, salute. Let's see who else in here. How Gal says, a contest. How Gal says he wants to do a contest. You want to do a contest to give away? Okay, well, let's see who can come up with something. Who can come up with something, and we'll gift somebody in here a box of our elephant garlic. How about that? Is everybody cool with that? If y'all with gifting a box of the elephant garlic, y'all know how to do. Light it up, because this is what makes it all possible. Alfreda Jones says, Veggie Farming, how to reach you. She's asking Veggie Farm how to reach her. Yes, whatever you choose. Okay. Grow as you grow. Love your garden. It looks amazing. Thank you. D. Drummond says, everybody sent the mesh bags back to him. He said, everybody sent the mesh bags back to him. Yeah, hey, that'll save me a little money. It definitely would. Send the mesh bags back. That would help. But you know what? It's all in put into the cost of everything. So what I try to do is whatever my packaging costs, because like I said, I do buy specific packaging for everything that I send out. The bags, as well as the little paper, all of that stuff's wrapped into the cost. And I try to make it to where things don't get too far out of control, but at the same time, it's worth my time and you get some value out of it. And at the end of the day, we all walk away with something that we feel like we got something out of the deal. And that's really what this whole thing is about, that symbiotic relationship. I don't know what, something in my mind is telling me to bite into this thing. Probably not a good idea. I don't, anybody can tell me what kind of pepper this is? This thing came up on its own. I got those over there. This one came up on its own as well. Most of the garden this year are volunteers. Mike's Chaotic Gardening, he says, I got a bag of tomatoes. Those bags are useful. That's right. I was out here harvesting some tomatoes today, and I had a couple of those bags. I got some larger ones. I just drop them in the bag. David Corey said a ghost pepper. Is that what that is, David? A ghost pepper? Kathy 4082 says, what grow zone are you in? I'm in Georgia zone 8A. Cash Flow says, please don't. Yeah, probably not. And it's nice and red too. I don't know what it is. Like I said, most of the time if I grow something, if other stuff start growing up in that spot, I'm not going to plant anything else. I'm going to let it live. Alfreda says, I use the mesh bags for sugar baby watermelon. Okay, that's a good idea. How Gal says, I thought ghost peppers were orange. Well, these are orange if you get them early enough. They'll turn red. All of the peppers will turn red. If you leave them on the vine long enough, they'll turn red. Even this one, if I leave this on the vine long enough, it'll turn red. That's just the nature of peppers. So yeah, you can smell the heat. Mike said you can smell the heat. Veggie Farm High Guard, thanks. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, Howgal is one of my favorite neighbors, along with the rest of y'all. He didn't know that I had a whole bunch of favorite neighbors. I was whispering it to him, and man, he is the truth though. Howgal is not a joke. Ghost peppers are red. David Corey said ghost peppers are red. He would know. David Corey grow this kind of stuff. I don't do spicy. My daughter loves spicy, but I don't do spicy. Are orange yellow is what David says. So what would this be, David? My God, I got serious with this thing, man. Again, like I just let things grow. A lot of times, what Miss Linda say, you gonna know what she is when she grow up. Being that I don't really eat peppers, and it's not like any magic behind the peppers. I really don't like indulge into the actual growing of the plants. I just like knowing how to grow the plants, if that makes any sense to anybody. How, what I'm is cool, but I like knowing how to grow. That's my biggest challenge. I would be able to get that color, that shine. You see that gloss in there? That's what I like. When I see that, that's success in my eyes. That means whatever inputs that I'm putting in that soil is working. Uh, Growing out the box. Thanks, How Gal. Yes, sir. So let's say remove the green stem and smell it. And that'll tell me if it's hot. Ooh, okay. That wasn't a good idea. That's hot. Yeah, that is hot. Yes. Yeah, that's hot. See, this is what I love about the community, man. Y'all are sharing because like I say, I don't do hot peppers. I don't do hot peppers. I'm basic. When it comes to peppers, you might see me with I like my banana peppers. They'll get a little hint of heat to them if they turn colors, but for the most part, I can throw the banana peppers and eat them just like that. That's how good the banana peppers are. Mike Ski out of Garden says without tasting. So let me see. Now this one, I can't get the tip off of this one. So maybe that's a sign that it's not a hot pepper. I don't know. Yeah, that tip will not come off of there. She smells green, if there's a such thing. But this one, yeah, this is hot. Whatever this is, it's hot. So I don't know what it is. You know what this might? Oh man, no, this not a Carolina Reaper. Because I grew Carolina Reapers over here last year. Could it be a Carolina Reaper? No. Could it be a Carolina Reaper? So I need to be careful on how I handle this thing. Great testing heat is not bad. Wanna be crafty grandma says the heat's not bad. Black Hungarians just like jalapenos. Looks like a X pepper. Oh boy, if this was an X pepper, my hand would probably be burning right now. X pepper is, I think, it's a 3.3 million Scoville units. Now I know about I'm very well versed on the X pepper and the not the ghost pepper, but the Carolina Reaper. The same person developed the Carolina Reaper, developed the X pepper. Ordered 2 pounds for me and one for mom. That's what's up, and that's Akinator. Akinator. We don't say I just ordered. He said he ordered 2 pounds, one for me. If you ordering for mom, so you don't mind. So let me know now. This might be Carolina. I did grow Carolina Reapers over here last year. The little cute one. Get that Carolina Reaper in one of those. Oh, don't ask me how I know. Could be Reaper. Could that be a Carolina Reaper? Now let me tell y'all, wife to the rescue. My wife would be on point. She come out, she say that we ain't going to no hospital. We ain't going to no hospital tonight. Thank you, babe. Yeah, down. Yeah. Mike see out of the garden. He's thinking Reaper very well could be a Reaper because, like I said, I did grow Reapers over there last year. Now, the reason why I grow Reapers is because we're up in Metro Atlanta, right? And my daughter's she's a social to be out and about, all around. So with the Carolina, these little spray bottles, and of course you mix a little bit of water in there, squirt, squirt. You don't want them problems. Yes, that's how we do it. The baby girl straight. Don't need that. I want to be grandma. What is it that I don't need? That may be in the last few days. So hopefully, you guys give me some thumbs up in chat so I know that the audio is good. Make sure. So y'all hit that little, y'all light me up over here on the side right here. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all light me up. So those who are just coming in, we got 78 in here right now. I'm gonna go back. I'm not touching those peppers anymore. So just for y'all, I appreciate the concern everybody's showing. But here is what we are in community first. I'm really feeling good about doing this. Alfreda says cracking mic is check mic connection. Let's see here. All right, y'all give me 1 second. I'm gonna turn my mic off for a second, then turn it back on. All right, let's see if that works. Because if worse comes to worse, I can unplug I got my cordless mic on. You guys let me know how that sounds. We good now? Okay. Yeah. So what I did was I just turned my mic off and then turned it back on. So what I have under here, I don't know if you guys see the little bulge in my chest right here. That ain't all me. Yeah, that ain't all me. You see the little bulge in my chest? There's a mic right there. I don't care to have a mic all on your head and on your shoulder and all that. Growing out the box be doing too much. Y'all know how we do. So what I have is a t-shirt custom made, and it has different ways I can put my microphone. I can just mount my microphone into the t-shirt. That way I can move around the garden and talk to you guys, have my hands free, and I don't have to worry about moving the mic. Check your mic, bro. Audio is skipping. So is it still skipping, or is made by Tammy Sherrill late? Y'all let me know if I'm still skipping, because it may be my signal. Because I got a full charge for the first time on everything. Good now. Okay, yeah. No, it's fine. All right. Purify Shawnee, what's going on? How gal, cash flow? Know you good? Okay, yeah, so she might be a little behind in the chat. So once again, offering the elephant garlic to our community first. Just went up today. Nobody else knows it's up. And by the time this live is over with, everybody's going to know that garlic is there. But I just wanted to make sure that everybody in our community, that's who we serve. We're serving our community. I want to make sure that you guys have first dibs on this. Now, one of the things that I like to tell people is how, a question that I get asked a lot is, how did I get so many garlic bulbs within 3 years? David Corey, if you watch one of his videos, David Corey is over there collecting those corms up. You said Mexican sunflowers grow wild fast. Let's see, can I plant them in a container? Uh, Amy H asks, you said Mexican sunflowers can grow wild fast. Can I plant them in a container? Yes, but there's a caveat. And the caveat is if you put her in a container, she can't tap into the soil to get those resources out. So it's not a matter of putting the NPK into the pot with her, but it's allowing her, let me see if I can get this camera down. Yeah. But it's allowing the plant to tap into the reserves that's deep down into the soil. That's why when I see people growing moringa in pots, it's cute, but you're not getting the full benefits of moringa if you're growing it in a pot. Those plants, what are called dynamic accumulators, they have to go into the soil. That is what makes them what they are. You see my comfrey back here? Those are, we all call them dynamic accumulators. The reason why they're dynamic accumulators is not because of the fertilizer you're putting on them, it's because they can go down so deep into the subsoil to where the average plants can't get to, and they pull minerals up from that deep in the subsoil. Comfrey can go down I want to say 5 feet. The alfalfa can go down up to 15 feet, down 15 feet. Imagine how much nutrients you can tap out of the soil if you can get down 15 feet. The things that are banked up as a reserve, that's what these plants do. So with that being said, that Mexican sunflower, this she loves it. The potassium in that, she gonna love it. The potassium. But one of the things that you can go to the big box store and get to help get these bulbs off to a good start, and you're going to see a massive difference in them right away, gypsum. Gypsum is the key to growing these things large as you want them. Gypsum. And then there's going to be some things that I should have brought some out here. The corms. David Corey with the crops know what the corms are. Plant alfalfa in the fall, right? Yes, absolutely. That's right, How Gal. How Gal asked if planting alfalfa in the fall. And I'll turn the camera around here. This is my alfalfa patch right here. So everybody's going to the big box store and getting their alfalfa. This is where I get my alfalfa from. Now I did start buying it from the big box store like everybody else. Uh, Alfalfa, three, I think it's a 323 on the NPK scale, but that's not where the magic is. The magic in the alfalfa is a compound called tricontinol. Tricontinol is what it's called. And what the tricontinol is a root hormone stimulant. And this is what got me on this chase for the FPJs and all of this stuff like this here. Once I started learning what the alfalfa does and how it's not just a fertilizer, but it's actually a hormone stimulant that boosts the hormones of a plant. So the plant's able to take on that compound called tricontinol, and it'll spark on growth on seedlings. Your roots are going to be so robust. Your leaves are going to be so rich and green. So it's not so much about as the NPK as we, we've been taught, over the years. The NPK is more so predominant in synthetic fertilizers. So if you're doing synthetic fertilizers, you're feeding the plant. When we start talking about FPJs and organic fertilizers or natural fertilizers, we're feeding the soil. The soil then is uptaken by the microbacteriums in the soil, and they break that stuff down, make it available to the plant. And just a perfect example of that, like this is one of the best nitrogen plants you grow. These are peanuts. Now, if you look up, anybody look up what peanut meal is, because I grow peanut meal. All of these things we can grow right here in our garden. We don't have to go anywhere for anything. This is one of the things that I was doing when everybody kept saying, growing out the box, you be doing too much. When I'm reading the back of these organic fertilizers, that's what I was doing. I was figuring out what do I need to grow, or what out of this bag can I grow that I can supplement the bag for. No longer have to buy the bag. Peanuts. This is a 722 NPK. Peanuts. And what do peanuts do? That's the nitrogen. Very little phosphorus, but very good nitrogen. But you get this kind of green out of, you get that kind of green out of your peppers. That kind of green out of peppers. My thing is back here grabbing on. You get this kind of green out of your peppers. It's green everywhere. The squash. Look at this sucker here trying to get in there. I tell you, man, this squash cage is a beast. Look at there. Look at them, all of them lined up on the net. They want to get into the cage. This thing, look at that. There's one up top. I don't know if you can see it up there by the leaf there. Let me see if I can show you that. Probably can't see it. There's one up top. Right on the edge of that leaf. You can see it right there. Squash bug trying to get in there. This is what happened when I come out here early in the morning. They're all over this thing. Even the bees. The bees will be running into it trying to get in there when those flowers are opened up in the morning and they're giving off that scent. They want to get in this cage. So this has been an absolute great investment for me. And we're going to be offering this as well, because we're going to have all of this. Everything that we're growing out here in the garden, everything that we have. You see how this bed wraps all the way around? And y'all don't mind Godzilla, because Godzilla took a beating this week. I had to come in and try to tame Godzilla, and she didn't like it at all. So her leaves are flopped over backwards because I tried to straighten her up, and she is not recovering well, but I see some new growth coming in on her. But you see how this is wrapped around the cage? It's custom built for this cage. It's wrapped all the way around. So we're gonna have these available, the cage and the grow system, the entire grow system on growingoutthebox.com. We're gonna have our floating trellises. You see right here, we have a floating trellis. This is not attached to this is my grapevine structure here. I didn't want to tap into this because I don't want to allow any extra moisture in here. So I did a floating trellis. This is staked into the soil. And then I allowed the beans to go forward and then climb up. Same thing on the other end there. All of this stuff here, we're going to be offering the Chase Lounge, which started off as a project. We're going to have the Chase Lounge even done, and you're going to be able to grow your own little grapes up on your Chase Lounge. She is taking off now. Look at that. This is an Everest grapevine. So we're training her up. Next year, she's going to show out on this thing. You see how she's going up? And I got this idea from, what's her name? Oh, wow. I can't call her name now. But I got this from another YouTuber, Fresh and Fire. That's her name. Her and her husband, Fresh and Fire. This is where I got that idea from, to wrap that in those pipes, the foam pipe. She has a greenhouse that she had wrapped in those foam pipes, and I love that dark thick color that she had on there, and I had to go out and find some of that, and I fused that together. But that's what our Chase Lounge was. We had a white top on it. It got damaged during a storm, and we weren't using it. wasn't making much sense. But after I saw her greenhouse with this pad, this foam pad on it, I said, yep, I got the perfect little project for that. And that's what our Chase Lounge has turned into. So we have our African marigolds down here on the bottom with our Everest grapevine, and she's starting to climb one side. So this is the leader over here. She's more dominant, but that one she'll catch up. You can see the new growth on the tip, and you can see the tendrils right here. So she's starting to climb. We're not rushing her. I'm gonna let her take her time and do it like she wants to do it. Only thing we're doing, we'll take the tendrils and we'll kind of weave her, because I want her to weave in and out to keep the strength of it. That's it. I just weave her in and out to train her on there. But she's taken to this thing really good. And then I'll just let those tendrils touch, and she'll grab and climb from there, but she is doing good. Now that, and you can see the difference too, now that those Japanese beetle are starting to go in, she can do her best thing. Now she's gonna put on that growth on the second half of the season, because this is what the Japanese beetle is gonna do to your grapevines. They love grapevines. But you can see they're starting to taper off now, so probably the middle of next month, we're not gonna have to worry about the Japanese beetle. They'll go back underground, and then all the grapevines will start to take off. This one has almost made it to the top, and that's a 7-foot trellis, so she's climbing. We got to remove all that down there, but she's climbing to the top. But this is the grapevine trellis. And I'm gonna show you too what that Mexican sunflower, and and the reason why I show you guys this stuff all the time is because I want you to be in real time with what I'm doing out here. I want you all to be in real time with what I'm doing. Y'all basically watching me raise this plant. You see all the new growth on here? Look at all the new growth on here since the last time that we showed this. She is just bursting with new growth. And this is a brown select satsuma. She's in the ground. If you want to get one of these, we have them on growingoutthebox.com. Brown select satsuma. You can grow these in Georgia, zone 8A. Texas, I'm not sure if we can ship to Texas. I know we can't ship to Louisiana. I know we can't ship to California, and I know we can't ship to Florida. If you have a citrus state, we can't ship to you. So, but this is a brown select satsuma. This is a cold hardy mandarin, and she's on a Pansaris trifoliate rootstock down there. She is doing extremely well. And I'm gonna show you too, Miss Linda. I have to give Miss Linda a shout out. These Miss Linda babies back here, that's the moringas here. Yep. These are Miss Linda's baby. And I had my guys back here the other day helping me out with the garden, and I come back here and then one of my moringas is missing. So that didn't go too well, but you know, things happen. I'm not gonna get too bent out of shape about it. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna let these moringas get up to about 18 inches, and we're gonna top them. That's what we're doing. We're growing moringa bushes, not moringa trees. And I'm gonna show you why this makes so much more sense when we're doing the moringa trees, when we're doing the moringa bushes. Y'all remember when we harvested these just a few days ago? It's the Mexican sunflower. Look at these things already. We'll have another harvest within a month. These are Mexican sunflowers. This is what's fueling this entire garden. Now that we're in the flowering cycle, this plant here is what's fueling everything. I spray this on these plants on the undersides of the leaves in the FPJ. Everything greens up. This is the baby when it comes to getting these things to fruit. Go over here. And we'll show you her baby, one of her babies here. And we haven't harvested anything off of her this year. And this is one of her babies. And this is what happens when we tip her. Look how full she is. Now they'll grow 10, 15 feet if you let them in the right climate. But I like to keep mine tipped. And when you tip them, you see all those little shoots right here. As this starts to grow out, you're going to get probably 10, 15 shoots coming up the branch. And then we'll harvest the tips off of this entire plant. So probably next month we'll harvest this, and we'll have enough FPJ to last us into next year. Miss Linda, hold on now. Miss Linda, I hope she's still in here. Look at what I got right here. I told you, boy, this New Orleans purple. See that purple down there at the bottom? These are New Orleans purple. Sugar cane. So we're using a lot of sugar around here to make our ferments. So as with anything, if I'm using it, I want to try to grow it. So it's said that the New Orleans purple will make it through our Georgia winters. So we're going to find out. If so, this is going to be their permanent home back here, right here. New Orleans purple. And the same thing here. My yard guy who was helping me out the other day, I'm missing one of my New Orleans purples. So, just attention to details, that's all. Attention to details, nothing that's gonna, do too much damage, but that's what happens when you bring people in to assist and you're not monitoring right away. But let me go back and show you guys our other gift that we got for those who are just coming in. This is our growing out the box baby right here. Can't ship citrus to Texas. No, we can't ship citrus to Texas. I think Tam is looking on the website now. So, and if you go to the website, it has on the top of the citrus category, it'll tell you what states we can't ship to. We have, what was it that we just added? Oh, we just added the bananas. Yeah, we just added bananas. So you can purchase the Vente Coho. And I want you guys to look up, but just going back to this real quick, for those who just coming in, we just got these yesterday, and I come out here and I start putting them together, but it's a whole kit. So it's not just veggie garden, you're gonna love this. Veggie garden, you're gonna love this. This will fit perfect into your space. People like, what is it? What's the other one that I just mentioned? I can't call her name. But if you have an organized garden and you want to be able to grow all season long, extend your summers, extend your winters, that's what this is about. So what we have here is we have a series of these type beds. We got the gray, we got tan, but I just want you to look at the corners on it. This still has the plastic on it, but this is one of the gray. This is what the corners look like. Not too many out there like that. I don't know. If anybody has seen this, let me know. If anybody has seen a corner on a raised bed like this, all of our raised beds are going to have these corners. They're not going to have those little, let me show you what I'm talking about, what we're not going to have. I want you to really get a good look at this now. Get a good look at this, how strong that is. Look at that metal. This is not that flimsy stuff that's going to flip-flop. You don't need any bars in it to hold it up. This stuff is super strong. So I want you to really get a look at this corner. Look at the design of that. Because this is what doing too much is. This is what doing too much is all about. Going the extra mile to make sure that the people who purchase from you are satisfied 100%. This is the design that we have. All of our raised beds are going to have this. So I'll go over here and I'll show you what the average raised bed is going to have. And like I said, this is something that we listen at you guys, and we're trying to make sure that we serve you as best we can. So we'll get over here to this one. This is what most of the raised beds look like with the corners. None of our raised beds will have these corners. Everything that we're bringing in under the Growing Out the Box brand will not have these type corners. It just won't. And these are okay, but they're inferior when it comes to the quality that we want you guys to have if you're purchasing from us. And it's taking a little extra to make it happen, but yeah, those beans are coming in. I guess I could take some of these in, put these on a little saute them tonight. Yeah, they're ready. Now these are navy beans. I know I'm jumping, but these are navy beans. You can eat navy beans just like string beans. Just put them in the pan, saute them. They're just as good. As they start to plump up, they're going to get more hard, and then you're going to have to save them as a dried bean. But at this point, yes, you can eat them just like string beans. And this thing is prolific. She is prolific. I need to be out here harvesting probably tomorrow. Get some of these off, and that's what's going to keep her producing. As long as you keep picking them, they're going to keep producing. And as long as you don't let these turn, they'll turn to like a white color first before they start to dry out. As long as you don't let these turn white, this vine will keep producing for the rest of the summer. This is part of what I wanted to put you guys up on too, and what to grow in the hottest summer months. Look how beautiful this plant is, or these plants are, in the heat of the summer. And they just turning up. They just turning up. So as we go, they're gonna go up our floating trellis, and this whole thing is gonna be full of beans. That's what we want. We'll be eating off of this all. Look at them. It's just prolific producers. They're prolific. There's beans everywhere. There's nowhere you can't look and there are no beans. Let's see here. Beans everywhere. This is what we turn to in the heat of the summer. Citrus, same thing. We're feeding it that Mexican sunflower, the FPJs. These are ponderosas. All of this growing in Georgia's own 8A. And we're starting to get some color here, so we got one starting to ripen. These are ponderosas. This is Arctic frost. We're not going to put her in the ground this year. You can see she's putting on new growth down here. We're going to let her grow, live her best life in this pot. Then next year, we're going to see if we can put her in the ground. Maybe even the next year. You see how thin this is? This is where a lot of us, and including myself, we make the mistake of putting these in the ground in a cold climate with this small of a girth. This is too small to go in the ground. You want this to be at least an inch thick, and that's the minimum before you put this thing in the ground, because if not, you're going to lose her. This is our Eureka. Eureka is, she's a super producer. She has fruit all over her. It's just everywhere on her. There's no branch on here where you can't find lemon on this thing. Just everywhere. Eureka. So if you want a Eureka, and if I'm not mistaken, Tam, let me know if we have the Eureka, because I think we got the Eureka on the website also. Because we got citrus on the website also. We got the Arctic frost. We got the ponderosa. I want to say we have the Eureka. Don't quote me on that, but I want to say we have the Eureka. And this is my Miwa kumquat, and she's going to start flowering again. She lost all of her leaves this winter when we brought her out. And she's putting all back on, but she recovered very well. So let's go back over here and chop it up a little bit more. Get back down to the chat. So again, everything that we're doing over here is a result of how you guys have come out and supported. And this is what we're talking about also. I keep jumping from one thing to another, and y'all know how I do. What we're talking about, raspberries. You see how this works out? Instead of running your entire garden bed, instead of running your entire bed with blackberries, mix it up. Your blackberries are going to come in first. After your blackberries go out, you could prune your blackberries to let the sun come in, and then your raspberries will start to show up. And these are ands. These are yellow ands is what they're called. You do not prune the tips. These you allow to go up. They fruit on their second year flora canes. Let's see here. Got some more coming in here, all on the tips. Now after they grow off the tip, then you could prune the tips off, and then they'll start to fruit down the side shoots. You see here on the side shoots. Once those tips produce, you can cut the tips off, and then it's going to put that energy down here on those side shoots. And these are golden ands, is what that is. Those things are super sweet. Got some more down here. Like I said, this it's like an undercarriage in the garden. You can see, let's see if you can see one right there, and on the tip there, they're just coming in. These are golden ands. Yep. See all that right there? All on the tips. So you do not want to tip your raspberries. The golden rule for raspberries is, you see all of this coming in. That's how you succession plant. Everybody asks me about succession planting and how to keep your garden going all season long. That's how you keep your garden going all season long. You succession plant. So we're gonna sit over here. Let's see if we get us set up now. Just chop it up a little bit. Let's see here. All right, do I have my lights in? Yep. All right. So we're gonna chop it up now. You go row? What's going on, you go row? I see her in here. She said, evening, everybody. What's going Texas Lala. Texas Lala, I think this is your first live with me, right? I believe it is. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate that. And I'm going to go up the chat a little bit and see if I missed anything. Let's see. Joy says, do you sell double bulb onions that you have? Do I sell? No, the double bulb onions, those are, I don't know if you call them a novelty, but they just leave your onions in the ground. If you have some set onions or whatever it is, if you grew from seed, leave the onions in the ground. They're going to go to flower. It's going to look like they're going to, what's the word I'm looking for? Because I don't want to say the other word. What's the word? They're not going to make it. Just put it that way. I ain't want to say the other word, the K word. So we're just going to, man, how gal, come on, man. You ain't got to do that, brother. I appreciate it. So, but yeah, the double bulbs, and I'm going to show you. Like I said, there's nothing like showing. It's like, it's one thing to talk about it, but it's a whole thing to show you. I'm going to show you just how this works. They're going to look like they're going to die. You see them right here? There's twins right here producing two bulbs. There's another one right here. But look at what's happening on the end. The flower is dead. It looks like the whole thing is going to die. But what's going to happen is spring, if you let this keep going, it's going to regrow. And then you can split these, put them in another plate, take this one in, eat it, harvest it. Because now the only negative to that is, and you see it's one. Look here, my plant done fell over here. I got to put this one back up. You see one up under there? You see that one up under there? They'll do that. And you got fresh onions all year long. You got fresh onions all year long. Wintertime, They're going to do the same thing. They're going to be out here. And once you do them like this, they become conditioned. And this no longer, if it's a particular set bulb that you've been planting, no longer will this be that set bulb. It actually takes on a new characteristic and it becomes your own bulb. So this would be the growing out the box onion right here. That's a growing out the box onion. You can't buy this onion anywhere. So when this produces seeds, it's going to produce something else. It's just a beautiful anatomy of being able to create your own set onions, and you'll never be without onions. I can go to any of my garden beds and you're going to have those over there. So that's the way I grow my onions. And like I said, there's nothing like, one thing for someone to tell you about how it works, but when somebody shows you, you're going to think the plant's going to die. And that's the word I was trying not to say, the K word or the D word, because y'all know how these algorithms function. But once you do that, that becomes that's your onion that belongs to you. It sparks off. You could take that onion, split it, plant the other one back in the ground, and you got onions, fresh onions at all times. The only negative to it is they don't store as well because the paper is thin on them. Because they've split so many times, the paper is thin, so they don't store as well. But who would not rather have fresh onions? I know I would. My son will come out here, my daughter will come out here, and they know what to do now. They'll come out and just pop one of them off, stick the other one back in the soil, let it keep growing. What it'll do when it gets ready to go to seed again, it'll split, give me 2 more onions. You always have onions. So it's just a beautiful thing there. Uh, Felice, I'm trying to pronounce that. Felice, Felicianato, DJ Felicianato. Am I saying that right? He said, "What's up, brother? Beans, good to your heart." Yeah, that's right, Dave. Those beans are good to your heart, man. And we don't eat, and I think I'm behind in the chat. That's what that is. Yeah, I'm behind in the chat. I'm sorry. How Gal says, I'm going to grow these onions one of these days once I get my bed set up. How Gal, you just let me know what you're trying to do, brother, and we're going to make it happen. Like I said, you've been over here supporting hard, man. So anything I can do to help you along, we got plenty of growers in here. G Mama grows, Mike's Chaotic Gardening. If you want to do any inside growing, those are the two that you want to be able to talk to. Mike's Chaotic Gardening and G Mama Grows. Check them out. Uh, let's see who else is in. Gina by Gina. What's going on, Gina? Thank you for coming in. I appreciate that. Let's see who else is in here. Uh, of course, y'all already know Miss Linda, so if you definitely can always go to Miss Linda's lives on Tuesdays and Sundays, 7 Central, and you can get a wealth of information from Miss Linda. So that is somebody that I would recommend. J3GS Farms, what's going on, my brother? Let's see here. Trying to see who else in. Oh, David Corey with the crops. If nobody, I thought is David Corey still in here? Yeah, okay, he's a moderator. I was trying to make sure he was still a moderator. Yeah, David Corey with the crops. That boy's a beast over there. Chickens. He's got the little backyard urban homestead. Uh, Texas Lala. She's got, I mean, there's so many people in here that can help you get to the next level of wherever you're trying to grow with your garden. And we are all one big community and we share all the information. Nobody's out here trying to hold anything in. All outside. I live in a tiny house. Okay. Well, that's crazy because we're actually, and my wife always tell me I talk too much. But that's okay. You know what I mean? That's okay because I don't mind sharing. What we're trying to do down here, we're south of Atlanta, and of course we got lots of farmland and stuff down here. But one of my partners that's with me with the garden community, not just the garden community, but that actually is part of what I'm doing here with the garden, the live plants and all. We're discussing a property where we can put some tiny houses out on the property, and that thing that you guys have been asking us about having that personal experience and being able to come out and spend the weekend with us or the week with us, however that goes. And we're trying to make something like that happen to where we do like a blueberry you pick. We'll have the plants growing in the ground. And if you come out here to purchase your plants, they're not going to be in nursery pots. They're going to be actually growing in the ground. So this is going to require some some diligence, some due diligence to make it happen. But there's no question in my mind that we as a community, we can make this happen. And with the support that you guys have been giving me, in order to be able to branch off into, just for those who don't know, 4 years, it's 26. So I'm going to say 4 years, 2026. I'm going to say 4 years that I've been doing this. And God is good. God is good. And I ain't going to go into my whole little thing, but God is good. And know that all the time. Even when it's not great, it's good. And if you just keep pushing through, that breakthrough is going to happen. And for me, this has been a lifelong journey to get to where I'm at right now. And this wasn't my, let me rephrase that, because I was about to say this wasn't my path, but obviously this was my path because this is where I ended up at. I just didn't realize that this is where I was supposed to be. So, with that being said, there's so much going on behind the scene, and I'm exhausted most of the time. And I love coming on here sharing with you guys like G Mama. I have to give credit where credit is due, and you'll see I'm always going to shout out the people that were a part of this whole process and making all of this happen. And G Mama, G Mama was my inspiration for going live in the garden. So I like to give Mike's Chaotic Gardening, just some seeds. That's what it was that he gifted me a couple of years ago. But that's the Georgia Candy Roaster. Mike's Chaotic Gardening is one of the best guys that you're gonna meet. Individual. I'm not even saying on YouTube. I'm just saying just the energy, the spirit that he brings to all of the chats, not just mine, because he's a moderator for. I think Mike is a professional moderator. Mike, I think Mike is a professional moderator. Yeah, let's just keep it. Let's just keep it 100. Mike is a professional moderator. He can't help it. He can't help but help people, and he's good at it. I mean, he's really good at it, and I'm just happy to have him to be a part of what I'm doing over here, which makes my job so much easier to be able to acclimate myself to being able to sit in front of a camera and have these kind of conversations. And it's getting easier and easier, as with anything that you do over a course of time. And I owe that to you guys for the patience on those days when I was coming in and fumbling over the camera, on those days when the audio wasn't right, on those days when the quality wasn't good, on those days when I looked like I didn't have a clue. And why? Because I didn't have a clue. But what I didn't do was quit. And if anybody can take anything away from this live tonight, that is the one thing that I'd like for you to take away from it is don't quit. Just like the seasons in the garden, they change. Every year there's something, different. There's turbulence, there's storms. And if you just keep pushing through, I guarantee you're going to see it. It's going to happen, but you can't quit. That's the biggest thing. And the people around you will tell you, the people around me will tell you, I don't lose. And that's not to be cocky, but that's because I don't quit. Whether it be something that I did when I was 20 years old, 25 years old, 30 years old, it all starts to come together at some point in time in your life where you start to use those tools that you had way back in your 20s, and you just keep that box. Just keep carrying that box along with you, and eventually you're going to run into a place where you're going to need it. And that is when it's going to happen. That's when that breakthrough is going to happen. Right when you start second guessing your whole journey is going to open up for you. And part of that also is you got to ask for it. You got to ask for it. Don't assume that it's going to be given to you. You got to ask for it. And then when you ask for it, you got to go out and you got to work your behind off to make it happen. That's what growing out the box is. That's what doing too much is all about. Doing too much. That's what the result of all of this is, of doing too much. And it's not possible without you guys. And I just want to share the entire journey because there's nothing like seeing it all happen. You know, I'm learning just like you guys are learning. You guys give me information, I take it in. Just like even the peppers earlier today, where I'm asking, you know, I ain't touching this thing again. Like, that's, it could be a Carolina Reaper. Most likely it's a Carolina Reaper, but that's not why I grow. I don't grow for I don't grow for this. I grow because I want to know how to grow. I want to be able to share what it is that I learn, and so that you guys can also step along with me in that journey and to know how to grow, to know how to grow, to be able to take a plant like a Mexican sunflower and know what to do with it, to be able to grow your own fertilizer, grow your own fertilizer, to take a plant like the Mexican sunflower out there, to take that plant and know how to make it grow to grow your own fertilizer, to take the stinging nettles, to take the peanuts, everything around this garden, what we're talking about, closing the loop, closing it, and sharing it with all of you. That's it. That's what this whole thing is all about. And every day that I open myself up, the vulnerabilities as well, because I'm learning. I don't know everything. I don't pretend to know everything, but I don't quit. That's I don't quit. I just don't quit. No matter how rough it gets, I just don't quit. I may change directions, may have to step a few feet back, but I don't quit. You know, as I like to tell my son when we used to do, he was a little shorty, you know, riding with pops in the old school, and we ride down, and he'd say, "Dad, turn down there, turn that way." I don't know where I'm going, but hey, that's where he wants to go. And we started coining that as the phrase as roads less traveled. And those are the things that you're not thinking about. It's not on your radar, but when you turn that corner, you see it and you know that was meant for you to be. It was meant for you to see it. Roads less traveled. You gain so much from just trying things, doing things a little different, going a little bit out of the way, and you'd be surprised. Yeah, I mean, you just really would be surprised. Just come off that beaten path and try something a little different. That's what doing too much is about. That's what growing out the box is about. And that's what this whole journey has been. My little piece, peace of mind, if you want to use the metaphor, my peace of mind. My peace of mind. You can use it however you want to use it. That's what this 6,400 square foot little garden perimeter is. It's my peace of mind. And you can phrase it however you want it. My peace of mind or my peace of mine. It's just, it's a blessing. And I am honored to share it with you guys. So let's get down here to the chat. D. Drummond said, I need a PDF or something with all the KN. Well, you know what? He said, I need a PDF or a K with all the KNFs for every plant you get. I'm going to do you better than that because I'm actually creating, you know, growing out the box be doing too much. Y'all already know growing out the box be doing too much. So I have mason jars, clear printer labels, and it has the plant, the extractions, the hormones, what the nutrients are that you're getting out of this plant, and the plants that it's best used on. All of this on the label. That's what doing too much is. So yeah, we already on that, baby. We already on it. So great minds think alike. Yes. I want to share with you what it is that I'm doing out here, and I want to be able to put that bottle up in this camera and show it to you, let you screenshot it, and you can take that home with you. It don't cost you nothing. It don't cost you a thing. But for those who might want to purchase it, that bottle might be for sale. That's the best of both worlds. You can't get much better than that. I'm going to build the house, give it to you, the blueprint. I'm going to give you the blueprint. And if you don't know how to build, hey, you can purchase it. I don't know how life can get much better than that. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Would you? Let me stop before I get a copyright strike. I don't want to miss that, Kay. Yeah, dude, you're not gonna miss it. You're not gonna miss it because you guys have been showing up in this chat, and I appreciate it. But it's 100 and what is it now? 113 people in here. That to me is a blessing. For 113 people want to sit down and hear me talk for a little while. Back in my younger days, right? My brother and I, we've always had little businesses together. My brother's still on the road. He's still into the entertainment and all. But we used to have this little thing I used to say to him when we would strike up on these little business ventures and we got gun ho in it. And I would always say to him, nobody's going to listen to us unless we have a platform to stand on. That's when you're soliciting, trying to get investors to come in and put into your project, and you're going out and you got this grand scheme and you got it all on paper, black and white, everything, all the dots, the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed, but we haven't done that thing. You haven't crossed that road to where you can put tangibles in front of people to where they can see what it is that you do and not necessarily the conversation of what it is that you can talk about. And that's what this garden is. This garden is a conglomerate of my life experiences that says, for everybody that told me I couldn't grow it like that, don't argue with them. Just grow it like that and show it. Boom. How simple is that? So every time somebody tells me you can't do that, you can't grow a banana in a pot and get a flower out of it. Okay, I just keep doing what I'm doing. We got a banana in a pot with a flower growing out of it. Will it make bananas? We're going to see. But if it does, look at what we did. Because we don't quit. And for everybody who tells you, like I said, this is not a garden thing, it's a growing thing. And this is what I'm telling you guys about what my journey is in this whole equation of this community that we have. My journey is to grow. That's strictly what it is. It's all about growth. Anything that I can put my hands on and see it foster into something that I may have imagined, or may something that I couldn't have imagined, because 1.3 million followers. We're about to hit 300,000 followers right here on Facebook. I mean, right here, I'm saying Facebook, right here on YouTube. 300,000 followers. That's a very difficult task to do on YouTube. We got 525,000 on Facebook, 430 something thousand on Instagram. So over 1.3 million people that don't mind hearing me speak. And it goes back to that thing that I didn't even realize what I was saying, but it was being spoken into in existence when you say, in order for us to have a say in what it is that we're trying to do, we have to have a platform to stand on. I don't even think y'all heard me. I don't even think y'all just heard me. I've been saying this my entire life. In order for us to have the things that we need to have, and for people to believe in what it is that we're trying to do, you have to have a platform to stand on. What is Instagram? What is Facebook? What is YouTube? You can speak things into existence and you don't have to understand what it is that you're saying. You just speak it into existence and keep doing this. Back up a little bit, keep doing that. But you can't quit. So that's my words of encouragement for the day. Garlicia. Is that what that says? Garlicia. She just deleted a message. I was about to read your message, Garlicia. Earth to Urban. She says listening. Earth to Urban. Well, no bananas yet. Just put them in this year. Yeah, we just those bananas just come out the garage this year. I had the plant since last year. Yeah, no politics. We don't do politics on here. This is all about growth. We talking about growing and gardening. We ain't doing no politics on here. And if you want to talk about some spiritual stuff, we can get down to that, but we don't do politics. And that's no dibs to nobody. Like I said, we appreciate you coming in, but we just don't. This is not what this is about. You know, we all here for one common denominator, and that is to grow. Yep, to grow. God brought us together for a reason. How, gal, brother, you spoke on it. There's a reason why all of this is happening in the way that it's happening, and it's crazy because my niece was over here today, and we had a 3-hour conversation on just just aligning yourself with your truth. You know what I mean? Just aligning yourself with your truth, not somebody else's truth, but your truth, and understanding purpose. 3 P's in life: principle, purpose. It's just aligning yourself with your own truth. Yep, that's it. D. Truman says, thank goodness. Cash Flow says, congratulations. Please share the video for growing out the box to hit the 300,000 subs. Yes, we're going to do 300,000 subs and we're going to have a party. We're going to have a party. We're going to have the setup for all 3 platforms. So we're going to do the YouTube, the Facebook, and the Instagram. And we want to invite our Instagram and our Facebook family over to YouTube. And I don't know, man, it's just something special about YouTube. For me, it's just something special about YouTube. It's the hardest platform to work. It's where I put most of my work in at. And I think I'm most appreciative of the community here because you guys show up. I mean, you guys show up. And that's no dibs on, like I said, it's nothing negative about Facebook or Instagram. It's just YouTube is difficult. And I think I like it because it's difficult. I like it because everybody can't do it. I like it because you have to put in the work. Faith without works. You got to put in the work. And this is what's made when you're not a quitter. This is what it's built for. Nice, urban to earth, impressive. Let's see here. We get down here and read the Honey Homestead confirmation. That's right, confirmations. Tell it to yourself. Earth to Urban says, I grew up in Sacramento. We have a rental 7K foot property, 7,000 foot property. After watching you and a few others, okay, I now grow 65 edible plants and trees. Hey, whatever, you know what I mean, man? If you growing something, brother, grow on. That's all I'm saying. Just grow something. Turn it to something and make it make sense. You know what I mean? Don't blow it in the air. Let me just put it that way. Don't blow it in the air. Make it make sense. You make it make sense, hey, we on the same page. Because it's all about moving forward. That's what this thing is about. Let's see here. Go back. Let's see here. God brought us together. We read that. Let me see if I can get down to the end of the chat. Linda Crafting Studio. Faith without works is dead. That's right. Faith without works is dead. Let me see, so got a highlight here. I have no obligation. My ad brain won't let me. You should see my garage. I have no organization. Okay. D Trauma says, I have no organization. My ad brain won't let me. You should see my garage. Well, let me tell you something. Mm, my office isn't in order. My office is, for the average person that will walk into my office, you probably be like, how in the world do you know what is what and where is where? My office looks totally different than my garden area. And this is just a word of encouragement to say, don't let one thing that you do define your whole existence. My office is, it's just, I'm not going to say out of place, it's just nothing is organized, but I know where everything is. And if you come in and you move anything, it'll throw my whole day off. It'll throw everything off. I wouldn't know where to even start to look for it at. With that being said, organization comes in channels. You know what I mean? Like you get a little bit at a time. It doesn't happen to happen all at one time, but you can prioritize. This is my priority right now. This garden area, this is my priority. This is the building blocks for cleaning up everything else around me. How about that? So don't look at what you see out here and just figure that everything is that way, because it's not. You know, life is chaotic. I work just like most of you guys work. Matter of fact, I work 12-hour shifts, but I still get out here and make this happen because this is what I want to do. Um, Life is chaotic. Mike's chaotic gardening is a perfect example. Life is chaotic, but it's full of beauty, even in when it's just going haywire and you don't really understand what it is that you're doing or which direction you're going in. It's still beautiful. And the I don't quit is what makes it make sense, because you can always clean up tomorrow. So yeah, just don't be too hard on yourself, brother. Just one day at a time. That's all. Pick and choose your battles, your battles. Don't worry about nobody else's battle or how somebody else sees your battle. Pick and choose your battles. G Mama say yes indeed. Um, Dave Busby is speaking to Stone Mason. Stone Mason. Let's see here. How Gal says Chimney Swift has blueberry question. Homemade nutrient solutions are amazing. I encourage all my brothers and sisters to check it out. Homemade solutions. Oh, doing, yes. Okay, I missed the whole Korean natural farming. Yes, Korean natural farming, KNF. That is what we're practicing out here. I was practicing it before I even knew what it was. And then once I figured out what it was, or was introduced to it, so to speak, by people in the community, because that was something that kept coming up in the comments, like, oh yeah, you practice KNF. So I was like, okay, KNF, what is KNF? So I was doing it, but not really knowing that that was a system. But it helps to have something to guide you, something to. But the principles are so simple. I mean, the principles are so simple. You take anything that's good to your body and you feed it to your plants are going to benefit from it. You take something that's not good for your body and you feed it to your plants, same results. You are what you eat. So, I didn't bring my lights out here. I appreciate you guys for coming in. I really do. And we're going to be getting that garlic out. Once again, we got our garlic out for those who weren't in here earlier. And we're going to start shipping it out on Monday. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys knew. I'm going to say this again while we still have a few people in here. Our elephant garlic is available on growingoutthebox.com along with our banana plants now. We got banana plants, we got citrus plants, we got blueberry bushes, we have plum trees. We have pretty much everything on there. So this is our elephant garlic here. This is what they come in, the little garbanzo bags, wrapped in our little plastic here to keep the moisture off of them. In our 5x7 boxes, straight to your doorsteps. Growing out the box. Let me read a few things before I get out of here. I don't want to just dip on y'all. Let's see. Check out my blueberry merch. That's G Mama. G Mama, you love that blueberry merch. You shout that blueberry out every time. That's my favorite also. Dave Busby. Earths to Garden says, where are you located? I'm in South Los Angeles. Okay, y'all go ahead and hook up. That's what's up. That's what I'm talking about. Growers meeting growers. Um, T Tremaine says, I love you and thank you so much until the next live. I appreciate you for showing up every time. I really do. Let's see here. G Mama, yes indeed. So we're just gonna say our goodbyes. Lights out live. Thank y'all for showing up. Peace.